be the perfect pick
Oke
for
guys ya,
Hai
kali
here,
ini
Goni.
kita
Aulus
menuju ke game
debuting in
pertama
week
antara
6,
Arakio
day
dengan Aura
number 3.
Fire guys
Will
ya.
it come to fruition? That is the
Kayaknya seru nih,
question.
lihat
But
dari draftnya. Alright,
composition-wise, Arashi,
mari kita
what are
nonton
your
bersama-sama.
thoughts?
I think that there's a lot of potential in the draft for RQ Hoshi, honestly, just because such dominance grows. And again, we haven't seen how strong Aulus can potentially be. It has a lot of potential, especially since it just got released. But I think when it's in such a high level and where everyone has really expected, I guess, for the hero to be very strong, I think RQ has the edge on this one, Tony.
Oh, I agree. And let's just jump into game number 1 between RRQ and Aura Fire. In a bit, I want to ask
Oke guys ya, ini RRQ
Albertnya
make
to be
Paquito,
Paquito jungler for the side
Hyper
of
Paquito.
RRQ. Will it come to
Ada
fruition?
Skylar,
That is the
ada
question. And it will be
ada
an
Patrick
Aulus
ya guys
jungler
ya,
as well
ada Hyper,
from the side
ada Tamus.
of High for High. So this is a
Sementara
very
auranya
interesting draft
pakai
right now. Though
Lilia,
Vin gets
pakai
chance very low. And
Kedua
first blood
pakai
will be
Kadita
claimed
guys
in the
ya.
hands of Go
Kabuki
Diva right now.
Gorilla
Aura Fire
High.
really
Sementara
maintaining
High-nya
that
memakai
pressure
Hyper
very well, and Aura
Aulus,
Fire needs to go down here.
Yes, I completely agree. She has to go down as Albert will be
Seru
chunked
banget
quite
ini.
low here, coming in from the Durst damage, coming
Ini
in
wardnya
from
gimana ya guys ya?
Facehugger, but Kira
Membingungkan
will be
warna.
there as well. So really very aggressive plays as Facehugger is the next target, and Godiva will be forced to retreat from that situation. But in terms of rotation, it seems like Aulus has the upper hand here. So this is going to be very interesting to see, because we've seen the jungler fighter meta come into play, but we've never seen it against another jungler fighter type of meta as well. So it's gonna be very
ini judulnya
action-packed, and I
nanti
hope you
guys
guys
ya,
watching
Hyper
at home will be
Aulus
ready
melawan Hyper
as we're going
Paquito.
to take a short pause here. Maybe there is a technical pause from, we're not really sure from which side just yet, but now we have a little bit more time to take a look back into the compositions here, Gani.
Yes, indeed. Well, composition-wise here with that Paquito jungler, it will have an effect during a meet, a skirmish, or a big team fight. But that Alice needs to come, especially if RRQ wants to drag this game to the late game here, Arashi.
For sure, I think in the late game there are a bit more options as far as, you know, potential plays they can make for the side of RRQ. But for Aura, I think if they just go to a generic 5v5 team fight, they have a lot of potential here. But now they go and get another kill.
Siapa nih yang dipick ya?
Without a problem, using that flicker
dan
aggressively.
ternyata Lilianya mati.
Yeah, and it will be another pickoff for the side of
sedikit
Aura Fire.
keuntungan
So
dari
as of right now, it seems like both teams are quite equal in both objectives as well as gold. And it seems like in terms of lane dominance, it is also quite equal. But look at the damage coming in from Clay already, as Godiva will be chunked to half health, but the turtle will spawn in under 20 seconds. So we're just gonna have to see who will be able to get this first neutral objective, Gani.
Yes, indeed. As we can see, as of right now, both gold laners are quite happy here, just clearing waves. They do not want to even trade skills. But we can see Kera top side gets to half HP, but of course managed to escape. And this will give the free space for Albert to claim the first turtle, perhaps, as we can see the rotations from 3 members of Aura already trying to give vision for his teams right now. High goes in, opening that Go Diva. But the turtle has been claimed for High, but he will go down. 2 members, even 3 members will go down. Double kill has been secured by R7, and this is not looking good for the side of Aura Fire. 3-0, but the turtle here.
Yeah, it seems so, as Skylar will be trying to cut the lane there, but Kabuki will be able to get out of that situation, as it seems like the focus of RRQ is onto the bottom lane. Maybe they know that the late game insurance is in this Kabuki, and they might want to pressure them from the get-go. But on the flip side, there is R7 as well as Albert trying to pressure Kira out, but High will be there to back his teammates up. So again, still fair trades, although RRQ Hoshi is leading in a slight gold with a 1000k gold difference in the 3rd minute, Connie.
Indeed, and we can see here RRQ already clumped up in
RRQ bertiga terus guys ya, Rafaela, Patrick dengan Elisnya.
Right now, as we can see here, 3 members from Aura trying to find an opening, but could not manage to do so, as RRQ isn't also committing to it, but when using that flicker and Holy Baptism connects to 2, and you can see the movements from the side of R7 trying to give pressure, but right now we can see the fight. Facehugger using the flicker to escape, Right now, I think Aura needs to disengage as Godiva is half HP, using the
Godiva?
rough waves to miss onto Clay,
Buset.
but will not commit more as Clay managed to
Lapu-lapunya
escape that
ngepus-ngepus
when
santai
both
di
teams
atas guys ya.
choose to disengage there.
Para tim
Yeah, I mean,
kembali
today's
lagi
matches have been filled with
farming
really
dulu
well
menguatkan sisi
disciplined and
ekonomi.
calculated plays, even from match number 1. I thought and I expected a lot more aggression coming in from both teams, but both teams seem to be looking for a lot of pickoffs and they're not overcommitting to anything just yet, maybe in fear of a snowballing effect from both RQ as well as Aura Fire, but here it seems like High will be rotating towards that bottom side, pressuring Skylar under his tower, but look, it seems like it will be Skylar getting really chunked to low health. There is backup coming in from Facehugger, but no casualties just yet as, oh my god, Finn
Godiva
gets jumped so
sedikit
low by
lagi
Godiva, but will be able to
tuh
escape as of right now.
kaditanya.
It seems like Araki Hoshi is already rotating towards that turtle, Gani.
Wow, that creates more space for Albert to claim yet again another turtle, and of course, not only
Albertnya
that,
lagi nyuri-nyuri
he will
buff
claim the
musuh
purple
guys
buff
ya.
of Aulus. I think our fire
Dapat
overcommits
merahnya.
bot side too long, but
Full
in
buff.
compensation, they do get the tower here. So very, very, I guess, equal trade here, don't you think, Arashi?
It's not bad, and right now our RQ is also going for
Atasnya
the turret of their own,
di
and they might not be able to secure it because Kira for sure doesn't want to let us go uncontested. But R7 getting
mati
pretty low.
R7
River
ya.
started coming in, Ventus tries to
Buset,
survive, but
ini
Kira
namanya
now 1v1
dibalik
against
guys ya.
Play.
Ini
Going
namanya
for the double
dibalik
kill,
guys
Play
ya.
Goni.
Oh,
Ini
going for the
namanya
double play
dibalik ini.
kill, but that flicker
Gila.
is not there for Akira as he used that earlier. Right now,
Kaditanya?
Kabuki being the frontliner opening up, and
Mantap
Vino will go
banget
down with the
dibalik.
follow-up damage from Facehugger as Albert needs to escape from that situation because he
Dikejar
is
Kadita
the
guys ya.
next target as
Buset.
Aura will try to clear or try to pressure this mid lane. Oh, what an
Kaditanya
outcome from
sakit
Albert, but it
banget
is not
Aulus ya.
enough because Lilia once again gives that burst damage, and actually Godiva will claim that kill. No, yes, Godiva will claim that kill, giving extra
Ya
space to
sementara
claim turret top side.
nggak dapat turret malah lagi
Yeah,
tuh
I mean, at this
turret.
stage,
Buset.
seeing that Godiva is around your area, I think it's a
Siapanya?
basically a call knowing that you
Masih
shouldn't
bisa.
clump up together, and we know the
Buset,
playmaking
Aulusnya galak
ability that Godiva
banget
has.
ya.
But oh my god, it will be Vin going off the map as well. So a lot of pickoffs on the board for Aura Fire as they are going to be pressuring this mid lane, and I don't think
Duh.
Play can do
Mantap.
anything at this stage here, Gani.
Oh, 3 outer turrets has gone down for the side of RQ. Things are not looking good as they do not have the space as of right now. And for now, I mean, Aura Fire, they are looking good. They're looking
duel
for
antara
as
R7
Riven's
dengan
fire
Kera.
pops off on towards R7, but
Masih
R7 does
bisa
not care,
mengundurkan
does not
diri.
want to fight as Kera. Here's
Seru,
the top
seru.
side right
Seru
now.
sini.
Again, RRQ needs to find
Ini
something to turn this table around as
kaditanya kabur
Godiva
ya
opening
guys ya.
Ocean
Buset.
oddity to escape that sticky situation while entering minute number 7 here.
Iya,
Arashi,
kedua
what are your
tim
thoughts?
mulai.
I think it's gonna be critical for Kira to
Ngepok-ngepok
make the play
turtle-nya.
here, but I think Aura will go for another fight.
Aura mati ya. Kaditanya
Clarity gets a
ternyata
kill, Eterna.
Batriknya sakit
Yeah,
banget
it
ini.
seems like Kira will be the next target as he gets chunked quite low, but it will be
Aulusnya galak
R7 going
banget,
down
kan?
as well
Ya
as
ampun,
Albert. So a
langsung
lot
tiga.
of trades for the side of Aura and
3
triple
ditukar 2
kill
guys ya.
taken for Aura Fire. So that will be
Tapi
a 3
langsung
for 2 trade as
Aulusnya dapat
R7
banyak
is the next
duit
target. It
ini
seems like
guys ya.
Kabuki will be
Buset.
going on very aggressively onto him, but unfortunately, fortunate for
Oh,
him, he still
R7
does Falling Star Moon, and
mati
yes,
guys ya.
this will
Langsung
seal
kena
the
Falling
deal,
Star Moon.
and Kira will be taken down. But yes, it's going to
Sementara
be another
turretnya Aura
objective
masih
on the board for Aura
perawan.
Fires. They managed to take another
Tapi
inhibitor
turret
turret there,
Araki
Gani.
udah kena 4 guys
A
ya.
5-1-1 stat
Buset.
on this Aulus High,
Dibalik banget
really
anjir.
dominating this first game here. As we take a look at the items, Aura will
Ya,
claim another inner turret
fokus
top
ke arah
side.
objektif.
Arashi.
You know, Facehugger and Kabuki with already the enchanted talisman, as well as even a Calamity Reaver for the side of
Nice.
Kabuki. They have a lot of damage and a lot of consistent damage as well. So a good mixture of burst and DPS. It's really tough for RQ to try and go for a fight. I think a bit of a key situation here is for Kira to actually get in control because with the dominance ice and the blood
Ya,
actually
perang
play
di daerah
very
bawah guys
aggressive
ya.
here, Gani.
Mati lagi
Okay, we can see here Vin
Rafaelanya.
cannot do anything as he was ganked 4 members, and Vin has to go down
Albert?
for the 5th time
Albert?
right now though.
Albert?
Albert and High going at it bot side, but we can see R7
Oh,
trying to give damage towards
R7,
Kara, but of course he needs to be
R7
careful because 5
mati
men
guys ya.
from Aura
Buset.
Fire will rotate towards him as High will claim another
Aulusnya?
kill. 7
Aulus
1
yang galak
1 as Albert,
banget.
what are you doing? He needs to be careful giving just a knockup, but Clay could not give the damage output to take Aura. One of the members from Aura Fire. There you go, Aura Fire. Still 5 members up here, Derna.
Yeah, really good plays coming in from Aura Fire and really good setups from Godiva as well. And this is looking like Aura Fire at their prime, honestly, here, Gani. Being able to
Aura
dominate
Fire main
against RRQ like
9
this,
kena
but
12 gitu guys ya.
RRQ, knowing them, they do like
Taruhnya.
to go for wipeouts, but oh my god, here Godiva goes
Kaditanya
in for the
sakit
kill against
banget
Clay.
guys
Clay
ya,
will be taken
buset.
down first. Vin is the next target as Kira jumps
Ya
in with the flicker as
ampun,
well, and it will
mati
be Vin
lagi.
taken off the map as well. Skylar being the next target as High goes in very
Mati.
aggressively, and no, it
Whoa.
will be him going down as well. And that is a 0 for 3 trade for Aura Fire once again, as
Buset,
Aura
GG.
Fire is looking to dominate all across the board, Connie.
Aura Fire winning all 3 lanes, controlling the map just like what you said here, Derna. And RRQ, they
Lordnya
have
sudah
no
mulai ini
response, they
free
have
lord
no
ya.
answer as the
Meskipun
first Lord
lordnya
will be
masih
claimed
belum
comfortably from the side of
masih di bawah
Aura
menit
Fire.
12, cuman
Arashi, I wanna
lumayan
ask,
dapat
what
wave-nya
can
guys ya.
RRQ do to turn things around here?
They might try and get a bit more setup for Clay and Skylar, because coming into this late game,
Yeah.
those are the heroes on their
siapa
side.
Holy
They can
Crystal?
actually do good things for the team. But at
Kaditanya
the
klaim
situation,
minion harusnya
they
itu
lack a bit of
guys ya.
setup, because Vin has crowd control, but it really is on a very long cooldown comparatively to the side of Aura Fire. And aside from that, perhaps they can rely on Albert to try and get a multiple people into his knockout strike, or get them knocked up into a combo into Skylar or Clay's damage. But they had to try and do something of that nature, otherwise they just can't win fights like this, because
Sejauh ini
again, the members from Aura
Aulusnya
Fire
masih
can just
berhasil
jump towards
nih,
that
hyper
backline,
Aulusnya.
because they don't have such a quote-unquote weakness in their composition. So with that being said, they do have the better wave clear from RRQ, and they might be able to withstand the aggression, provided they don't get Clay picked off almost immediately. So that is something that
Sementara
Aura will try and
Lordnya
get,
di
and
tengah.
something RRQ will try and prevent.
Mantap,
Yes, and it seems like it will be Lord marching down the middle lane, as it will be
Oke, dapat
Kabuki going in
inhibitor
very
dari tengah
aggressively,
guys
but
ya,
he
langsung
will be
atas juga
jumped
kena.
quite
Oh,
low,
atas
forcing
dulu,
him
masih tengah.
to escape as of right now. But the Lord
Iya,
will go
nextnya.
down to the hands of RRQ, and as of right now, Aura Fire
Oke,
could not
masih dua
find an
inhibitor
opening.
masih
So
ada.
that is something that Arashi mentioned earlier, and Clay was just really
Jungle-nya
well
dihabisin banget
grounded
guys
and
ya.
well protected. But it seems like Godiva is looking for a play, but R7 will be able to hinder
Oke.
his ability to do
Mereka
so,
mau
as it will be
push bawah.
R7 caught in a really bad situation, kind of in a sandwich type of
Inhibitor
situation, where will be
turretnya.
able to get out of that one. It turns out it will be an airborne strike onto R7, as well as Facehacker trying to make a play, but Facehacker,
mati
no, he
langsung
goes down
coy.
first, as High is the next target, and
Shutdown.
High will go
Oh,
down with a
yikes.
shutdown by Aulus.
Dibalik
And oh my god,
lagi
that
guys ya,
connects to
buset
2 people,
ngamuk
and that will be
RRQ-nya.
2 trades
Buset,
taken for
sisa 1
RRQ, and an
orang guys
amazing
ya.
play there by Skylar, Gunny.
Amazing play by Scholar, and RRQ
Gila.
looks to come back from this situation, as now they are moving very
Walaupun
aggressively on
masih
towards
probabilitas
the
masih
jungles of Aura,
64,
trying
cuman ini
to claim the purple buffs and perhaps the
alarm
orange
buat Aura
buff here,
Fire
as
buat
Kabuki is trying to
kesalahan
harass
guys ya.
Albert, but he needs to be careful because of course the members of RRQ is still there to
Eh,
back him up.
eh,
Skylar
Paquitonya.
trying to join the fight. Of course, Facetugger is already up. Right now though,
Buset.
it's just RRQ managed to equalize here the situation. Look at the gold lead, it is basically the same, and RRQ already claiming 2 inhibitors in the process here at Herna.
Yeah, I mean, this is very characteristic to the
Kena
gameplay coming in from
Kaditanya,
RRQ,
kena
and oh my god,
ulti Rafaela
Godiva
guys ya,
gets caught
buset.
out in a 4v1 situation and will not be able to Ocean Oddity out of that one, unfortunately. So it will be 1 member off the board for Aura Fire, and I think this is the momentum that RRQ needs to come back from
Alusnya?
that previous situation, as it will be a
Alusnya bab
tower
biru.
for them as well.
Alusnya ada
Gunny.
bab biru.
Yes, indeed. Aura Fire, when they were pressuring at the base of RRQ, it was just too long, I guess saying. They were just too overcommitting without proper initiation, without proper opening. It just creates an opening for the side of RRQ to turn things around. And there you go, Aura Fire in that last team fight, or in that last, let's say, mistake.
Tamusnya
Lost
sudah
4 members,
mengamankan
leaving only Esmeralda up. Well, this is the chance here.
Arco.
Things are quite even. Arashi, thoughts?
Yeah, I think again both teams are setting up
Wah,
for
mantap banget.
the next Lord.
Kena tamu
And
saya
Aura
guys
is
ya,
trying to go
buset
aggressively
kena
because if
tamusnya,
they're on the
tamusnya
back foot,
kena
it
gas.
gets quite hard. So R7 getting
Tamusnya
engaged on
lincer.
here, Gunny.
Okay,
Tamusnya,
R7 is the sandbag right now.
buset.
R7 managed to escape with that time, with that
Mati
vengeance. But
Alisnya.
Skylar, on the other hand, will
Gila, ini
go
keren banget
down.
sih
And right
King-Kingnya.
now, 4v5, RRQ just wants to disengage as Aura already claiming the jungles of RRQ once again.
Yeah, so really back and forth gameplays here coming in from both RRQ Hoshi as well as Aura Fire, as previously RRQ Hoshi managed to equalize the goal
Dapat
difference.
ya
But oh my
Vinnya.
god, look at here as
Mati
Clay
Rafaelanya
will be
guys ya.
trying to open up something, but Vin is the next target instead, as
Dikejar
it is a
Rafaelanya.
4v1 situation, trying to
Mati.
pick him up, and he will be picked up.
R7-nya.
And oh my
R7-nya.
god, the combination coming in from the
Pulang.
depths of Aura Fire is just too much for RQ to handle as of right now, as it was a very good setup
Iya,
coming
Lordnya.
in from Aura Fire and pushing RRQ back. Gone.
Kaditanya. Mau diharas tapi bisa kabur guys ya.
But if you talk about Rafaela just a little bit, you can see here that
Ya, Lordnya dikit lagi.
11 assists and 11 total kill points for RRQ Hoshi.
Di reset ya Lordnya guys ya. Mati Albertnya. Sakit banget ya guys ya.
And right now,
Buset.
the Lord will definitely be secured in the hands of our Fire. What can RRQ do in a couple of minutes? In the next couple of minutes?
Kaditanya udah pasal harusnya udah pasal sakit banget
Again, they
guys
need to
ya.
try and find place, trying to be the aggressor, because every time Aura Fire has been the one to initiate these big team fights, they have the advantage, they have the surprise factor as well, and they have more than enough damage in their composition to come out on top on this one. So the only time we see them actually lose out in that situation is when RRQ were able to try and make a play and make pressure towards Facehugger or
Lordnya masih on.
Godiva, and then
Buset,
make a play from
Patricknya.
there on and be the one engaging Aura Fire
Lordnya
in these
masuk.
fights, Athena.
Lordnya
Yes, and it will
masuk
be
dan
Aura Fire
langsung
trying to
kita
look for an
taruhnya.
engage or initiation, as it
Hancur
will be
yang di atas,
R7
guys,
being the
ya.
sandbag and the frontliner. But Godiva goes in for a kill here onto any members of RRQ Hoshi, but unfortunately it will be Kira getting chunked so low, and he will be
Ya,
forced
Wave
to
masuk lagi.
retreat. So another
Apakah ditahan lagi?
well-given
Ditahan
defense
lagi
here
guys
coming
ya.
in from RRQ Hoshi, being able to zone out the
Keren,
members
keren.
of Aura Fire
Rapi banget
once
timnya.
again. So where does this end here, Gani?
Where does this end is the question, but right now the Aura Fire, learning from their previous mistake, they do not want to siege much longer, as they just want to give pressure. They did not get nothing, so let's just go back and invade jungles. This is the mistake what I'm talking
banget.
about, Arashi.
Sakit
Yep, and you can see
banget.
Clay just free hitting in the backside. So no dive coming in from the side of Aura Fire, and that is what allows them to just push the tempo and for Skylar to get that massive catch with the blood onto two people.
Auranya
And I think it
mencoba
all
menyerang
started
lagi.
off with Albert making the play onto Facehugger on that Lilia, so they have to go
SB-nya.
for something quite similar if they want to find success in this game, Bunny.
Iya, sebentar paling Star Moon udah dapet.
But a Bravest fighter very aggressively
Tamusnya,
from Kara.
Tamusnya.
Been forces to use that flicker, but right now
Kejam.
R7 is somehow the target. Managed to kite,
Oh.
and Albert is there to back his
Dapat
teammate
lagi
out, and
Aulusnya
Ahai
guys ya,
will go down
buset.
first for the side of our team.
Elisnya
Look at
mati.
Skylar though, he is not looking
Bakal bisa
good one
dibalik?
for one as of right now.
Nggak
Still
bisa.
in favor for the side of RRQ, but I guess
Kedua
both
tim
teams
saling
wants to
membalas
disengage
serangan
as
ya kan,
he wants
saling
to
memberi kill
clear
satu sama lain.
lanes right nowadays.
Pertukaran yang
Yes,
adil
it
ada
seems
satu
that
lawan
is the
satu.
case, as I guess going into a team fight
Meskipun
like that, being
lebih
able to pick up Clay in the
sedikit
backside is
menguntungkan
one
untuk
of the
RRQ
main
karena
tasks that
mendapatkan
Godiva
jungle
has.
guys ya.
And looking at this right now, it seems like that is exactly what he
Paling
is
Star
going
dikeluarkan.
for. And he goes into
Mati
back line with
Kaditanya,
Oceanati, but oh my
buset.
god! The damage coming in from Clay just
R7-nya.
won't let that happen, as Godiva was annihilated out of the land of Dawn. So
Kamusnya
I thought
beli
that was one of the
pistol
winning
buat
conditions, but as
penetration.
of right now, Clay being already in the late game, the damage is just too much. So maybe there is something else that we need to take into consideration of here, Arashi.
For sure, and with that kind of
Mati
damage,
langsung
you just
Lilanya
get careless.
tanpa
And as I say that,
ampun.
Albert gets a pick up again onto Facehugger, and now with the death timers in this array,
Aura
RRQ has chances to
begini
make
guys,
plays
yang mau
happen,
menang
and
pasti
this is exactly
dibalik-balik
what they need to
melakukan
do,
kesalahannya.
and try and push the tempo a bit more. As we take a look at the items, High at this point already has the War Axe, the Endless Battle, and a Windtalker, along with a Blade of Despair even. So he is very tanky, and his build really synergizes with his passive.
So
Fighting
far
Spirit
sejauh ini
Aulus.
kedua
So
tim
he-
nggak ada yang
if
beli
he can just
mortal
stay alive and
kecuali
keep on getting auto attacks, he has a lot
laku-laku
of
ya guys ya.
potential to do damage.
Oh ada,
Turner.
ada Paquitonya cuy
Yes,
mortal
it
sih.
seems like that is the case, as High will go on very aggressively onto Vin, but Vin will be able to retreat. As of right now, it seems like both teams are looking for an opening here, but will not be able to connect on anything just yet. So as of right now, 18 minutes in, it seems like RRQ Hoshi as well as Aura Fire are equal in gold, as they are both at 58k. Kabuki going in with a Falling Star Moon to pick off any members from RRQ Hoshi off, but no one was is there, so it does not connect onto anyone just yet. And again, they're pushing down the tempo once again here, Gani.
Yes, indeed. As 5 seconds, the Lex Lord will spawn. But Hai is in an
sakit
awkward position
banget
right now. Will he
Aulusnya,
go down because 2 members
buset.
are on him? R7
Tapi
will claim that kill
ternyata
as right now Aurora will definitely
hanya
disengage. And this
kepick
is
up ya
the
guys ya.
chance. This is the opportunity that RRQ could basically take, could abuse it as Kabuki being the frontliner right now. Falling Star Mask next. But look at the
Ini
damage on the
warnya
side of
nggak
RRQ. It's
imbang
just
banget
huge.
guys
As
ya.
of course Kabuki as Skylar will claim that kill, will
Shutdown.
claim that shutdown on towards Esmeralda. Kara though trying to do
Saling
what he can,
menyerang seru
claiming the
banget
kill
ya
on
guys
towards
ini.
Tamus, but he
Dibalik guys ya.
right now 1-for-1, but
Buset.
Facehugger will claim a kill as well, and
Ini
double kill will be
gimana
claimed by the
guys?
side of Skylar. 2 members are up for the side of RRQ as they look to push the innovators right here, right now here.
Yes, it was only Godiva left standing here, the last man standing in the land of Dawn for Aura Fires.
Mati
Godiva
ya guys ya.
is looking for a pick-off, but the synergy coming in from Albert was just too much, and Godiva will not be able to pick off anyone just yet. And with the minions going down in the lane,
Sama-sama
RRQ choose to play in
orang-orang ya
discipline
guys
and
ya.
instead looking for a disengage. So this is not what Aura Fire should be doing. What happened there in that previous team fight, Arashi?
Well, Hai was just
Auranya
walking
tim
into
banyak
the
banget
jungle,
bakal
face
kesalahan.
checking himself, and he just happened to come across Albert. They just understood that Hai is one of the main damage dealers on the side of Aura Fire, and just went all in towards him. And as you mentioned, whenever Aura is on the back foot, they lose a bit of that initiative, a bit of that momentum, and they just seem to struggle. And the fact that Hai gets picked off before the fight technically even begun is already such a bad way to start the fight for Aura Fire. So they need to make sure that they play it a bit more disciplined. And even though they have more playmaking heroes like Kabuki, like Kabuki and Godiva and Facehugger as well, they need to make sure that they play these fights perfectly, because that is exactly what is RRQ gonna aim to do, Goni.
Yeah, that is the question though, right? Right now, RRQ needs to be careful because 2 inhibitors are down here for the side of RRQ, so they cannot basically commit to a fight right now. Though we can see here the movements are 7. What are you doing? As Fanchins has spotted you, but there you go. He will go down because the members are just not around to back him up. This is the chance for Aura to make something happen. Now, Kabuki though trying to open the map, but he has to retreat just for a while as Skylar goes into the fight. But Aura Fire manages to kite and still survive with 5 members, and of course this Lord will be the next target for the side of Aura Fire here, Turno.
Yeah, I mean, even in a 5v4 situation with Clay on the table, it's just going to be really, really difficult for Aura Fire to do anything, as the only person that will be able to get to the backline is maybe Kira or as well as Godiva, but Clay, look at this positioning, it's just untouchable as he will be able to do a lot of damage, but Ally sending that Falling Star Moon to the mid side. Clay is the next target, will be taken down by Godiva finally, and it will be Albert being next on the chopping board as well as Skylar, but he will still be able to get out of the situation as Vin is the next target with Kabuki on his tail. Falling Star Moon to get him back out, and Godiva will be trying to take him down, and yes, it will be another kill for Aura Fire. Skylar is the only one standing, but R7 is back into the mids, and this might be the final stand for RRQ Hoshi, Gani.
Oh my god, 5 members are still up, and of course with this Lord, I'm sure that Aura Fire will claim
sakit banget R7-nya.
as Skylar goes down, and of course the other member will go down as well as Aulus.
Oke guys ya, mantap banget auranya main game pertama. Oke, see you on the next video, bye.
Yes, and it will be a